Well, good evening, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to this edition of A Summer of Friends. This is a special series I'm doing here on Let's Talk Turkey during the summer, chatting with friends. This is not my normal stream time. Last week I did have to reschedule. My eyes were kind of bothering me, and I had to kind of rest and my guest, who I'll introduce in a second, you may already know who she is, was gracious enough to, work with my crazy body, as I
Take a rain
call it.
check.
Yeah, we took a rain check. So my guest tonight is Sherie.
Hi,
You know
everyone.
her as surfergirl326 in the chats. And speaking of the chat, I will say hello to everyone on the screen. So this stream right now is technically is bumped over from last week. Normally I am live at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But we're gonna have this stream, and then following at 9, I will have my originally scheduled stream, and I'll talk about who that is in a little bit. Let me scroll up to the to the top, and greet who's in chat, and then Cherie, we will come to you. Dave Strigan popped in here. Welcome in, Dave. Thank you for being here. And this guy's here, Dean the turkey likester, who let him in. He's trouble. Jason Thibodeau, welcome in. Sir, welcome in. Gloria Thibodeau, welcome in, welcome in. Adventure Lees, hello. Heather and Emmy, I will talk about you ladies in just a little bit here. There she is, Surfer Girl 326. Hello in the chat and hello on the screen. And I think that's everybody except Kate Wilby. Hello, welcome
Hi,
in.
Jen. Hello, everyone.
So,
And
Cherie, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. And I have to wait real quick. My my mother-in-law is watching,
Oh,
and
hi.
she's doing her Bible study, and she said, "I forgot it was the same time." I said, "Well, just turn the volume down, and I'm just going to wave to you." And I love my mother-in-law.
Hello.
Yeah, I said you can watch
Welcome
it
in.
later. You can watch it later. So yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep. Welcome in. Do your Bible study. That is
yeah.
important. That is
Hello,
important.
everyone, and my precious Heather and Emmy. Hi, Heather and Emmy.
Yes. Hello,
I
Heather and
miss
Emmy.
I miss y'all so much.
So, yeah.
Dave.
Hi
Yeah.
and hello. Yes, hi to Cherie's mother-in-law. Um, so Cherie, of course,
Yeah.
I was gonna have you on last week, and I didn't write down really anything official. I've just kind of got the list in my mind, but I did want to ask, just in case somebody watches the stream and does not know you yet, would you mind just introducing yourself, introducing your channel, and maybe how you started it and what the channel is about, really quickly?
Okay, of course. So, hi, my name is Sherie. I am Surfer Girl 326, and my channel name is nothing to do with Stitch, but my love for Stitch did occur after I had my channel. I started my channel, oh gosh, about almost 10 years ago, um, when I started doing creating Disney DIY videos. My first couple videos were me making Disney wreaths for Christmas. And then we went to Disney for our 20th anniversary, and I decided to put up some videos. But before then, I had the channel name um, for a long time, watching all the other streamers like Josh and Jenna, Resort TV One, Corey Meets World, this and that. They all knew me prior to, so 16, 2016, 17, I started watching most of them. And I'm telling you this because it was a very important factor when 2020, when I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I had long blonde hair. All my videos, my first couple years, I had long blonde hair. And when I was diagnosed with breast cancer, I told my friends, I told Josh and Jenna and them, and they told everyone, keep Surfer Girls in your prayers. And this YouTube Disney community got me through the hardest year of my life. And
Mm.
all those streams, everyone was streaming from their home, and everything. And so most of you know my story, but real quick, so I went to get the biopsy, and I knew I was going to get my results. Um, my I was getting my results on my birthday in 2020. So a week before that, I told James, I said, I need some Disney. I need my happy place to get me through whatever result I'm going to get. So we went the weekend before my birthday, a couple days. Got to see some amazing friends. I got to meet Donna, Sam, and Nicholas, and some other friends, and that weekend just let me. It just helped me got through everything, and we and just yeah, it was just I don't care how old you are. You are never too old to go to Disney. It's if that's what makes you happy. I mean, I tell people, why do you keep going to Disney? I'm like, why do people smoke? Why do people go to bars? That's
Why
what
do
we save our
anyone do
money
anything?
for.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we save our money because and sometimes lately we don't even have to go to the parks. Just going to Disney Springs. Whenever my mom lived in Florida, and we would have to break the trip up. We would go to Disney Springs, stretch our legs, and go to Disney or downtown Disney. Actually, when we would just go to downtown Disney, and that was our Disney fix. Going to the resorts, that's my Disney fix. Because it's free. The holidays are amazing. You don't have to. We've always stayed off property. We just started just a couple years ago. Um, and and so so I got my diagnosis, and then a month after my birthday, the whole world shut down, and I lost and I forgot to say, so I got my diagnosis on my birthday. I was let go of my job of 22 years, and yeah, but my husband's friends, my husband's family were there that night, and they loved on me, and I knew I was going to be okay because my mother-in-law was there, James's two sisters, and I cried happy tears that night, because I knew nobody wishes to go through things like that, go through cancer, but I've just felt him. He's like, I got your back. I got your front. I'm going to be there. And he was. I mean, through my neighbors, through my family, just through everyone in the Disney community. He was there, and I got to reconnect with people that I went to high school with. I graduated because three or four of them were breast cancer survivors. And we have a stronger bond because of that, because they never would let me go without, if I didn't call them once a week or reach out to them and, hey, Sherie, how are you doing? All of them, and I met two other breast cancer survivors through the YouTube. My friend Liz Lennon and my friend Mary from um, the Siskateers. Um, and I wouldn't have been able to be close and have them help me through this. Have if they hadn't had their journey, they had their journey, and now I've had my journey, and now I get to reach out and and I tell my story to anybody that will listen, because of what God, he yes, he got me through it, but he was with me, and I wouldn't have had it any other way. And it's like I would have, and um, yeah, and it's like, and I'm a breast cancer warrior. I'm not a survivor. I'm a warrior because I beat it, and it didn't. I wasn't. Poor me. I just I looked when I would go to my chemotherapy treatments. My nurses would, okay, what are we wearing? What are we doing? What are we wearing, Miss Disney ladies? They would call me that crazy Disney lady of all things, because I would wear my anything Disney. I would always wear it to my chemo because it made me happy. Wearing Disney
Yeah.
clothes makes me happy, and they knew that. And um, when I had to stop seeing my chemo nurses, I was so sad because they were all so wonderful. I mean, they do you really have to have a calling to be a nurse in general, but to be a nurse, a cancer nurse? Oh my
Mm.
goodness. Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to share that because um, being a breast cancer warrior is just who I am, and I'm not ashamed of it. Um, and and I think when I met Pete McDevitt, when he found out my story, is just I've been so blessed to have him as a friend. And um and uh it, all, everyone in the Disney community is just, oh, they're, and it's like, and I know, I don't know if many of you know this, but we have a prayer chat. um and and we've gotten a lot, closer. And if there's anything, I always tell him, please, if you want me to pray for you, please let me know, Heather. And I mean, know for a fact, if I ask you, do you want me to pray for you, and you say yes, I will put my hand on you and I will pray with you right then and there. And some people get uncomfortable, but if you want me to pray for you, I do it right there, because I want you to know that I mean when I say that. And some people say, "Oh yeah, I'm praying for you." I'm like, "No, I want you to know that if I'm praying for you, I think about you every day, and you are on my heart, and God knows what's going to come." And and I- and if you have a prayer that you would like me to share with the prayer chat, I will do that. And I don't share, and sometimes I share a name. Sometimes, if the person doesn't want, I'll just say I have a friend, I have a neighbor. But God, He always says, where there more than one gather. Um, oh gosh, but you know what I'm saying, right,
Where,
Dee?
two
Yes,
or more are gathered.
more gathered. So please, if any of you are in here in the chat or watching this stream, please feel free to message me on Instagram, Messenger. Oh, and I love y'all too so much. Um, I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I would be happy to pray for you. I'm so thankful for my prayer warriors that I have. My mother-in-law is my rock, and if you ask me to pray for you, know that my mother-in-law is also praying for you, because she takes those names every day. She prays for them, and once a week she takes them to her church. And just know that you are prayed for also, by her also. And her name is Dee. And
D. Okay. Hi,
and when
D.
she and when she watch it, hopefully, I don't know if she's going to rewatch it tonight. But my sweet mother-in-law is my rock. And I've been blessed to have her for 26 years. And I do miss my mother, but and I do miss James's dad. James's dad passed away in December, and he was the best father figure, besides my uncle, that I had. And I was very fortunate enough to have him too. And they've always been there for us. And I yeah, so family is everything. But when you have a chosen family like this YouTube community, just know we are all. Oh, my
Hi, Jordan.
hi,
I
Jordan.
gotta
And
highlight that.
there's my brother from another mother. Hi, Jordan. Yes, and if you don't, and if you know, you know. Yes, his wife, bless her heart, Pear, calls me Suffer Girl, and I wear that proudly. So that's just, we're just gonna wing it. Dana's just gonna ask me questions or whatever you
Yeah,
want to ask
yeah, we're
me,
just,
and
I don't.
we're just hanging
God,
out. I do.
it's like I mentioned 2 weeks ago. My first Summer of Friends stream was Zippity Doo Dug. I'm going to tell him what I told you, Cherie. My list of questions for the interview is just like my shopping list. I don't write it down. I just keep it in my head, and I hope I end up with what I need at the end of the time. And if I miss something, well, I'll just have to have you back. Just like if I miss something at the
Oh,
store,
what a shame.
I'll go back.
Yeah, yeah.
But speaking of coming back, this is, and to kind of segue into what you were talking about there about friends and connection with, God and things that will, inspire you and speak to your, heart. I had you on a few years
Yes,
ago, and we talked about
Christian
our
music.
favorite Christian music. This
Yes.
is when my channel was so much younger. It was like maybe a month or so
Mhm.
old, and I was just getting
Hi, John.
going, and I didn't have any like really like official shows. Like, I'm pretty set in my two weekly shows now. But would you talk about oh, Surf Bomb, welcome in. Hey John,
Oh,
welcome
and
in.
hi, Beth Anna. I'm sorry. When
And
she
Beth
popped
Anna,
into my
welcome in.
ear.
Yeah,
Hi,
I know
Beth Anna.
I did see Beth Anna came in here a little bit ago. Hello, Beth Anna and Jordan and Surf Bomb and everybody. Okay, so
I've got to meet John. Actually, came to Myrtle Beach one time, and I got to meet him. My brother, my other brother from another mother. Yeah, I tell you, my sister. I wish my sister. She just doesn't understand. Why do you keep going to Disney? Yes, but for me, going to Disney means meeting my Disney friends and getting the hugs from my Disney friends. And the first people that I met, the Myers of the Mouse and Jeff and Angela and Russ. Those were the first people, and and they just treat. Yeah, it's just you can't replace your chosen family. That's what Leanna was always calling her chosen family, because you don't have say over your family, but your friends. Um, and I have a lot of friends in this community, and I'm so thankful for it. My
yeah.
sister, why do you have a channel? Why do you make videos? And I'm like, because I love interacting with people and all my precious subscribers. I finally hit 700. I cannot believe
Oh
it.
wow. Yeah, we need to
And
so if you don't guys don't sorry to interrupt you, Cherie, but
oh,
if you
you're
guys don't
fine.
know Cherie, if you don't know Cherie,
Oh
first of
no,
all,
I
where
hope
have
you'll stay
you
safe.
been? Oh
Sorry.
yeah.
Please
Adventure
be safe.
Lee's, Heather, Emmy, if you're able to, if you lose internet, because the Adventure Lees are my Lord willing, gonna be on with me coming up at 9 o'clock Eastern time. If you are able to, Heather, Emmy, just send me a message. Just the code word will be rain check. Okay. If you can message me the word rain check on Instagram, I'm gonna know that means that you lost the internet and you can't really come on if you're able to do that with like cellular or whatever. So just a little programming note, guys, because the Adventure Lease, Lord willing, will be on at 9 o'clock for the regular scheduled. But okay, where were we? Do, 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 do,
Music.
do.
Talk about music and your
Yeah. So
channel. Your
as
channel.
kind of wanted, yeah. So that's one question I guess I want to ask because you love Christian music. In fact, I saw a post you did I think today or today where
Yes.
you covered a couple of them. But would you talk about maybe four or five of your top favorite, which
Oh,
I know is going to be tough, but if
that's
you want to do
hard.
a few more,
Okay.
you can.
So first of all, I want to explain to everyone why I love to listen to Christian music. Yes, I mean I love my '80s, but when I sit in my car, I'll go to work. You don't always have time to pray, and have Bible study every morning. I don't. I get up at 2:30 in the morning, and I have to be to work at 4. and I'm lucky if I can eat breakfast and get it and get out the door. And so my worship time is when I go to work and when I come home, and I listen to Caleb and his radio here, and I also have my little USB thing that James is plug. I have at my car. Um, so and I have a really wide selection. So of course, I am going to mention Toby Mac. So there was a group called AC Talk back in the day in the late '80s, early '90s, and I have every album. I have the first album that they made, and I got to see them in concert. And they it consisted of three people: Toby McKeon, Michael Tate, and Kevin Smith. Kevin Max. He changed his name so many times. But I grew up with them and a lot of other bands. But Toby has been so consistent, and his heart just for God, you can feel it in his music. And when you see him in concert, oh boy, you it's like heaven. It's a party in heaven. It's like he it's just I just and he lost his son during 2020, and
Mm, yeah.
True Dog, his son Truett passed away, and when his son passed away, and same thing with Chris Stephen Curtis Chapman. Stephen Curtis Chapman lost his
Hmm.
son,
Yeah.
and when a Christian goes through something as horrifying, and you watch them how they react, and I saw them both lean on God so much. And I'm like, I don't know how anyone, hi, Sarah, goes through
Hi, Sarah.
anything
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh,
without God. I mean, yeah, I don't pound people. I don't, I just want people to see that God is in me the way I love people. And yes, if you do me wrong, that's on you. I still, I still have to love you. But I don't have to let you keep hurting me, you know. But God, but God takes care of your hurts, and He sees you. And those two, Stephen Curtis Chapman is another one that has
yep.
been there for decades. I got to see him, The Great Adventure back in the '90s. He's another one that his song Cinderella just tore my heart out because my father has never really been in my life.
Mm,
But
yeah.
but uh but but like I said on Father's Day, I think I posted, I have a heavenly Father that knows every hair on my head and knows every step before I do. And I don't need, an earthly father. That's fine. He was there for me when I needed him when I had breast cancer, and he's there every day, and so that's two of them. I love Toby Mac, and I'll say Stephen Curtis Chapman. So one of my favorite Christian bands. They're really hardcore rock band, very, but one of my favorite songs that they have is called Saturn, and Skillet. Skillet
Yep. I
is
like
just
them too. Yeah.
Skillet. And if you ever watch K-Love Awards, go on YouTube and watch. And I'm going to mention another one, Torn Wells. I went to go see Torn Wells and Dandy Goki together, and oh my goodness, the devil was not happy that day.
Mm,
Torn Wells has a song, Take It All Back. And that song I just resonates. I sing that song every day. At the K-Love Awards, his name is Michael. The lead singer from Skillet came on and they performed that song, and they just rocked the house. We Heavy Nether, you love Skillet, yes. They're not for the tender. They
yeah.
One
They
of
get
my
very
favorite
heavy.
songs from them, if you like, is Monster.
Oh
I love
yeah.
Saturn, Monster, but yeah, please, yeah. Oh, hi, John and Nancy, Jane and
Oh, that's
Travels.
right. Did I think I saw them. John and
Yes,
Nancy, welcome in. Jane and
they're
Travels.
sweet.
Yeah,
I love
welcome in
them.
everyone. And Sarah Dash, hello. Um, But yeah, skillets, all those that you just mentioned are they're kind of
And
all on my list.
yes,
Yeah, I,
so I want to
I
mention a female. Um, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
oh, that's fine.
So that's a male a group, um, and it's really hard. So when I was going through everything, my nephew's wife, who lost her sister to brain cancer, she sent me a little care package, and it had some Disney stuff in it, and she sent me Lauren Daigle's CD, and I had James dump that on my iPod, and I brought my iPod with me to every chemotherapy treatment, and I played the heck out of that CD. And Lauren Daigle, uh, and and oh my goodness, she is the funniest character. She is so hilarious. I love how she dresses. And during 2020, she had awesome podcast. Um, it was called Daigle Bites, like bagel bite, but Daigle Bites. And
Okay,
about once a week, she would what she did was whenever she like how people go to concert and she would pull little snippets of people asking her questions and you would get to know her. And I love Lauren Daigle a lot. And I do have to mention Tasha Layton because I got to meet her. She came here, and I actually got to meet. Hi, Jerry.
hi Jerry.
I got to meet Tasha Layton in person. She's from South Kakalaki, as she says. She's from South Carolina, and she has got some beautiful songs. But it is so hard. Just Christian music, just helps me have a good mindset. I mean, yeah, we need to do that again because there's a lot
Yeah,
of
we
new
need to do
artists.
that. Yeah, there are. Tell you what, I don't have any with all the
I'll,
notepads and notebooks that I own. You
I'll
think
send you a message. I'll send you a message, and
yeah, we
I'll
need to do that.
anything.
Maybe after summer gets done, after I do this whole
Yeah.
series, we can
Okay,
schedule a
maybe
time. So,
August, September, or whenever.
yeah, September. Let's bookmark September. So everyone bookmark September. If you're into Christian music and all that, look for that coming up. But welcome in, Jerry Hatbox Ghost. Welcome in. Let me scroll up, see if I missed anyone else. I don't believe I did. So yeah, I haven't
Hi,
quite
Julie.
gotten.
Just popped in.
Oh,
Hi,
Julie, welcome
Julie.
in. Hi,
Yes.
Julie. Um,
She did
I
it.
have
She
to
has such an
say,
amazing interview. She
um, what was I gonna say? I didn't. I have heard some of Lauren Daigle's stuff. I got into. There's a lot of other, female artists that
Mhm.
I was thinking of. I don't know if you can think of any others. Hi, Mark. Welcome in.
Hi, Mark. Hi, Mark. Oh my God, I'm going to cry. All my friends are in here. It's so amazing. Thank you, everyone. I got to meet Mark and his wife last year, and I got to spend the day with them, a couple hours.
Yeah, I met Mark at the Magical Night of Hope. It was
That's right.
great meeting him there. Um,
Yeah, Lauren is awesome. I love Lauren Daigle.
um, so yeah, Christian music, and we'll talk more about that, and on down the road. But I like to switch gears to Disney. You've mentioned you enjoy going to Disney, you enjoy the parks as well as outside the parks. So maybe I can ask you a couple questions regarding in the parks. First of all, which Walt Disney World park is your favorite?
Um, a lot of people don't understand why I say this, but I love animals, and believe it or not, Animal Kingdom is my favorite park. I just when I go in there, hi Chris, how you
Hi,
doing,
Chris.
Chris? Animal Kingdom is absolutely my favorite park. I don't feel like I have to go. Let's go to this one and go do this and go. I like when I get in there. I enjoy the Tree of Life. I go see
Hmm.
whatever animals are around. and I head straight to the safari because I always love to do the safari twice if I can in one day. And it's my happy place. I love Animal Kingdom.
I only have one problem with Animal Kingdom, but I do really, really, really like it. And you all are going to be shocked. You all are going to be really shocked when I share this.
I know why, because they don't have turkey legs.
Exactly.
I knew
If
it.
Disney
I
would
knew
sell
it.
turkey legs
I
at
knew it.
Animal Kingdom and at Hollywood Studios,
That's true.
then I would think much higher of more much more highly of those two parks. But I
Yeah.
do really love Animal Kingdom. It comes in, I would have to say it comes in a close second, very close second because of the turkey leg thing after Epcot. But yeah, I definitely I do. It's and all the parks are unique, but the Animal Kingdom is relaxing. It's just it's just got that unique vibe, if you will, or atmosphere, and the animals and the background music. I
Oh,
don't
I
know
love.
about you, but I love the all the background music of the parks, walking through any of the parks when they have the background music.
And I love the guy that walks around. There's a guy that walks around with this instrument. He carries it. Um, I noticed it at Christmas time,
Hmm.
November. Oh, when they had the animals, but he's there all the time. I don't know what kind. He wears it around his neck, and it's kind of like a mandel. I don't know what it is,
Yeah, I
but yeah,
think I know what you're talking about.
but yeah, but yeah, and they have like a little bit into the African music, and they what and me and I always end up me and Jennifer always end up meeting there because she knows that's my favorite park. And when she goes there, I've actually met her and Nikki. I've met Nikki there too, or both of them, and I've got to dance with her. And we saw they have the acrobats. Just there's just and the Lion King show. Oh, the Lion King show is just my favorite. I just love the Lion King show. Um,
Eh,
yeah, it's just and I've never seen Avatar, but the what is the Navi River Journey? I tell everyone when I go in there, if you want to cool down, go Navi River Journey because it's like it cools you down, and I feel like my blood pressure goes down like 20 points. It's like when I go in there, it's just it's just you just take it all in, and it's cool, and it's just the sounds of all the fake animals and everything in there, but it's just it's just really relaxing for me, the Navi River journey. Yeah. Hi, Mandy.
yeah. Hi, Mandy Adams. Welcome in. Um, so also at the parks. Let's see, what else can I ask you? What is your favorite? So what? Yeah, I guess I don't know if you already answered this in what you just said, but what is your favorite attraction or show? Would that be the Lion King or?
Well, I mean, I think my favorite show is it's got to be the Tiki Birds. I love the Enchanted Tiki Room. You know, for Animal Kingdom, of course. I mean, yeah. Um, do love the Lion King, but overall, I love the old. And It's a Small World is my favorite ride. I love that ride, just because I grew up. I loved porcelain dolls when I was younger, and uh, I've always loved, and I love Mary Blair's artwork. And a lot of people don't like that song, but it is what it is. I love It's a Small World. That's my favorite rides. And
Okay,
I'm not into big roller coastery rides. I don't.
I'm not either.
I do
Yeah.
not. I will never. I did Mount Everest once, and I only did it because my friend Mary. I was. I. It was. in 2021, we had there was a I actually was part of two meetups. The meetup that Chris Dad Builds did, and then we had a little meetup. A bunch of my girlfriends that was in the Disney pin community. We had a little meetup, Magic Kingdom, and I got to meet my friend Mary. This she's her and her sister have a channel called The Siskateers, and she's a breast cancer survivor. And I got to meet her, and I went. I was gonna we I met her and her husband, and I said, Mary, I really don't want to go on this. She said, well, and I'm so it'll be all right. And I sat in the front, and that was the worst place because it turns around. You're in the back when it goes. And I
Oh,
just I'm one and done with that. Yeah. So
well, at least you can say you wrote it. I
yes,
will not
I
get
did it,
on.
and I even did Slinky Dog, and I did Slinky Dog in the back also, and I didn't realize that was going to be the worst part. I might give Slinky a try if I sit in the very front, because people say it's not that bad, but I just love going to Toy Story Land. That the theming is just so amazing back there.
Yeah, that is a great themed ride. It's very hot. Uh, I actually, well, I mean, all the parks are hot this time of year, or most of the year, but I found Hollywood Studios the last time I was there very hot and lacking in shaded areas, which is pretty much common for any of the parks. But as far as the theming, yeah, the Toy Story Land's great theming. Um, so what? How? Let's talk about food because I know everyone has to eat. So okay, what's your
That's what my
favorite?
favorite dessert is. Disney World. I love me some Dole Whip. I love me some Dole Whip. And I have found out there are several flavors that I need to try now. I have not
Yeah,
tried I have not tried coconuts, and mango is my favorite fruit. And I hear there is a mango Dole Whip now. I have had lime, I've had pomegranates, I've had raspberry, and I think that's and of course the pineapple. Um, but yeah, I want to try coconut and I want to try mango because I love mango. Yeah, but yeah, though I'm not into pretzels. James loves pretzels and popcorn, all that. But I just give me my Dole Whip and I'll be happy.
yeah, I do like the Dole Whip. If
And
I
the
wasn't,
turkey leg. I do love my turkey leg.
yes,
A lot of people. I'm like when I go to the park, I know I'm getting one. I have a Ziploc bag in my Ziploc bag, and even I think I try to remember to put a plastic knife in my bag. And when I had my first one, um, Russ was making fun of me. He was so funny because I was like, I would pull it apart. He's like, just eat it. I said, no. And James even did a short of it. He said, just take a bite at it. I said, no, I'm a lady. I'm not going to be a carnivore. Like I said, no, that's, I said, some people, I said, I pull it apart, and I can pretty much eat on, while I'm in Disney, I can eat on it like three times, like two more times. I'll as soon as we get home that night in the resort, I'll stick it in the little beverage cooler, which is not refrigerators no more. They don't give you refrigerators no more. They're beverage coolers. Bring back the real refrigerators. Where ugh, that's I I hate to say this. One thing about staying off property, we used to stay at the Rosen Inn. The Rosen Inn properties are awesome. We have stayed 4 or 5 of them, and they always had the coldest refrigerators. I
mm,
could put my bottle of water on the top or in the back of the refrigerator. It would be frozen by the morning because that refrigerator was so cold. And if I had put a caramel apple in there, I had to make sure that I made sure it was in the front because it would get frozen.
oh,
But yeah, yeah. If anybody, well, we stayed at the Rosen hotels because they were dog friendly, and
Oh, okay.
We could leave JoJo in the room and not have to worry about anything. Right, Heather and Emmy? Yeah, bring back the fridge. But yes, but that's my only complaint, Disney. Otherwise, yeah. Anyway, so yeah,
Okay.
I think so. Would you like to know? Let's see, I have several favorite resorts, but give me some questions about what my favorite resort. What to do or something.
Okay.
Is
Well, let's start with like just as far as theming. What's your favorite?
Polly, the Polly.
The
No,
Poly?
no
Okay.
brainer. Polly all day long, every day, all day long. Polly, and
Now, okay.
the
Let me
Wilderness Lodge is
actually,
right behind
yeah.
it.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
Wilderness Lodge is a favorite of mine. I do like the Polynesian. I like and it's been forever since I went to walk around, but the Art of Animation
Yeah, we changed it.
resort. I love the theming of the areas. Um, so actually, everyone bookmark this as well. I'm gonna try to get there some
Hi, Dave.
maybe on a morning sometime to maybe do a little stroll around there on a live stream. So bookmark that,
And
guys.
Animal Kingdom Lodge is also another. I mean, if you like April, we couldn't go to the park. I weren't able to go to the parks. If you want to see some animals, go to Animal Kingdom Lodge, and you can go to Jumbo House first, and they have a little shuttle, and it takes you to Kidani, and because they have zebras there, and you got to go see Casanova. Casanova is a bird that I got to when they did the show, the special on National Geographic. Um, he's this awesome bird that he had some issues with his skin and everything. And I've for many years I've been trying to go see him, and we went there. I went there before, and did we go November? And he wasn't there. But the cast members were so amazing. There was two gentlemen, and they said, "Oh, go over here, go to the pool bar." They told me right about where he was at, and I got to do a short. I went live, and everyone who was on live couldn't believe it. He went and I forgot what he's called. He's a hornbill something. He's a blackbird, and he has a big black horn. His bill is black, and no joke, he was way off in the distance, and I know he probably could not hear me, but I said, "Oh, Casanova, come here, Casanova!" And no joke, that bird started running over, and he
Oh
just
wow.
started coming and coming, and the cast member said, "He's coming." I'm like, I said, "No, he's not." And I literally just started tearing, and he started coming over, and he came, and he was literally like 2 feet in front of me. Hi, Dave.
Hi, Dave. Welcome in.
He was in front of me, and just animals just give you joy. If God gave them to us, enjoy them. It's just
Yeah.
so he's only at Kidani, and they do have another hornbill at the Jumbo House, but yeah, at the Animal Kingdom lodges, you can see zebras. They have giraffes. They have all kinds of deer. They have a oh, what's the big? No, I think do they have some wildebeest? They have some huge animals there and little ones too. But it's so amazing that you can go to a resort and see animals like that. I really love that.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been to Animal Kingdom Lodge more than I've been only maybe 2 or 3 times, but
Yeah,
I really do. I love that they have the animals out on the
Savannah.
the little
Yeah,
savannah
yeah.
area there. I love that, and so it's again really great theming on that lodge. Um, what about so you talked about Dole Whip and the pretzels, kind of more like the treats. Have you ever? Do you have any? Have you eaten at any of like the sit down
I've had a couple.
restaurant?
Hmm. Um, I we had we went to breakfast at Cape May in April, and that was amazing. In the morning, you get to see Mickey, uh, Minnie, Goofy, and Donald and Daisy, and of course,
Oh,
they're all in their beach outfits, and they even in the middle, in between, they play Surf and Safari, I believe, for the Beach Boys, and that was just amazing for me. And I actually did do a video of me eating there, and I also ate at 1900 Park Fair in April. I think Aladdin wasn't there, but we got to meet Snow White, Cinderella, Tiana, and Mirabelle, and that was so
oh,
amazing. And I think we've ate at Ohana once. Little bit, I think it was 2018, I believe, so, 18 or 19, I believe we ate at Ohana. And James and I, for our anniversary, we ate at Riverside, the fancy boat rides. It's right next to where the bar. It's between the bar that Yeehaw Bob plays at and
oh, okay.
the
Yeah, I
Pittsburgh.
think that's what it is.
Well, it's a fan, and they have and it really was not expensive at all. We I Me and James ate and Russ ate, and it was maybe a little under 100, a little over 100. It wasn't hard. It was not bad at all. And I want to go back because the shrimp I got was really spicy, and I didn't realize it. The skewers, but James got he got um rice. He got what is the shrimp dish? I can't remember it. It's a it's
Scampi? No.
not shrimp scampi, but
Mm,
but it was a shrimp dish with the pasta, and James got it, and it was not spicy at all, and it was really good. And I would really like to go back there and get that. But boat rides I highly recommend. And Ohana was okay. We breakfast, but if I ever go back and they bring me warm pog juice, I'm going to tell them to bring it back because that's only my mistake. I don't know why I didn't think about it. They when they brought me the pitcher of pog juice, it was warm, and I asked for ice, and I'm like, why didn't I just tell them to bring it back? Give me a, and because we went in the afternoon, we went like at brunch time, so it was a little bit later, like kind of brunch time. But yeah, and I'm trying to think, um, but I think that's all uh only sit down that I believe. Oh, and I have ate at Tony's. My sweet friend Cargo invited me last September, and I, and Charlie and Stacy, Disney Nerd Herders, got to meet at this restaurant I've been wanting to eat at forever. Tony's. It's a themed Lady and a Tramp, and Lady and the Tramp are two of my favorite characters. That's one of my favorite movies, and I actually have a Lady and the Tramp pin collection also. But
oh, cool.
Tony's was really good, and I did get shrimp scampi at Tony's, and it was very good. Yeah, but there are a lot of good quick services too. Um, the Animal Kingdom Lodge actually has a good shrimp bowl that I like to get. It's almost as good as the one in they have one in the park that I get at Harambe Markets, and they have one at Animal Kingdom Lodge also.
Oh, cool. Yeah, my dining is fairly limited at Disney because I give priority to the turkey leg when I go.
Yeah.
Now, of course, I don't. Sorry, my eyes are kind of.
Oh, they bothering you?
Okay,
They
I
still
think.
bothering you?
Yeah, well, they're still kind not to get graphic, everybody, but they're still kind of gunking up a little bit, but
You know
um,
what else I wanted to mention, Dean? Um, a lot of people don't realize if you can't go to the park and you're staying, if you are like in the Disney bubble, like if you're at Disney Springs or on a Disney property, you can see fireworks from several places. Um, and a little known fact that I found out, even Disney Springs. Um, one of my little secrets is if you go to the Coke building on the very top roof, I can't, I don't know if I saw all of them, but you can get a really nice shot of the fireworks from the Coke on the roof there at the Coke store. But
oh wow.
yeah, but Wilderness Lodge, the beach, it's kind of a side view, but you can the best I think is to go in the boat dock. If you go to the boat dock of the Wilderness Lodge, you can see the fireworks from there. Of course, our tradition used to be the night before we leave because we didn't go to the parks. We always an hour or two. I'd have to go find our Adirondack chairs, and James and I always always watch fireworks from the Poly. The Poly is, of course, has always been one of my favorites um, to watch the fireworks. And then, of course, you always have the contemporary. You can watch all different levels of the contemporary. You can watch from the contemporary also, and it's don't always have to be on property, to watch the fireworks. But
Yeah, I like the Polynesian view. I've never really watched them from the contemporary, like in person, because I've seen them
yeah,
on stream, and I
hmm
don't really like the fact that it's from the side, so you
yeah,
don't get that more when you watch it from Polynesian. You kind of get that the straight on effect. You're not as close to the castle and everything, but you still get the effect of all the where all the fireworks are coming up.
and you can kind of see the projections too if you have a good enough camera and you can zoom in. Um, you can kind of see the projections, but what I love about the Poly that they pipe the music in, so you can walk around. Um, well, Russ actually taught me, James, and I actually like to go down the boat dock of the Ohana of the
I've done
Polymer
that, yeah.
because it's away from everybody else also. But another thing I like about the Poly is the boat pageant, the electoral boat pageant.
Oh yeah,
It
the
has been
water,
there
yeah,
since end of time. That little they if you don't know what I'm talking about, um, you can see the during the day you can see them parked down the waterway, and they play um, poor unfortunate souls. They play walking the dinosaur, but my favorite is at the end when they have the patriotic the it's a grand old flag, it's a high flying
yeah,
flag. They have the patriotic part is my favorite. Um,
yeah. That is a neat little
because
show that they
because
do.
I don't know if you knew this or not, but during COVID, so 2020, so I went to 2021 when we still had to wear masks and everything outside. The park wasn't open in February. Wait, I'm trying. What? I'm trying. When did I go? I'm trying to think when we went. We went sometime and my birthday, and they hadn't the fire. They weren't showing fireworks yet, but during COVID, every night they did show whenever after the resort started opening up slowly. Um, they showed the electrical water pageant, and my friends Jody and Laura that came with us, they didn't know that they still showed it. Yes, I know. It's yeah, it's just an amazing. I'm curious if I don't know if it started because I mean because the Poly is one of the original resorts, so and so I'm assuming that they've had the water pageant since '71. I'm not sure, but yeah,
Yeah, I
that
don't
is
know
just,
the history on
that's
that.
just a little hidden gem that I love to share.
Yeah, if yeah,
Yeah.
that's the other thing about. I might have to do that actually. Is maybe do a Polynesian view of happily ever after sometime, and then wait for the water pageant. That would be fun to show on a.
Because I think Mikey did it for his birthday stream. He went down there and did that. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
in May.
Um,
Yeah.
um, I'm trying to think what else. So one other thing to kind of shift out of Disney.
I
Um,
did.
Hi Doug, welcome in. I got to meet Doug. Um, a week or so ago, Friday, week and a half ago. Um,
Thank you, Adventure Leaves. I wondered.
okay, so it has been there since 1971, just a bit after Walt Disney World opening. Okay, very nice. I did want to touch on, I don't know if you're pre how I do want to touch on this because oop, my screen blinked. Am I here?
Yep, you're here.
Okay, my screen literally
It,
just blinked.
it
Okay.
just yeah, it just
I
looked a little bit.
I did want to touch on something. Um, and we I could have you back on to talk about this too. Another time to do kind of a more in-depth thing, but you do every year you do Operation Christmas Child, and for anyone that's not familiar with that, would you share just a little bit about that? What it is, the opportunity there?
Sure. So Operation Christmas Child was, oh gosh, I'm trying to think. It's been 30 years now. They just actually celebrated. Um, and it's just, it started out with Man in UK, and he let Franklin Graham, Billy Graham's son, has now taken it over, and it is a branch of Samaritan's Purse. It's all nonprofit. Samaritan's Purse has several organizations branch, like they have a rapid response. They have a Wounded Warrior type project, but Operation Christmas Child is a little project. They ask you, you pack a shoebox. It can be a regular cardboard shoebox. It can be a little Rubbermaid shoebox. If you'll bear with me 1 second, I have one to show you.
Oh,
It's a
okay,
actually an empty one. It's not put together or anything, but so if you are a volunteer or if you go on their website, you can actually have these sent to you. So this is kind of what a cardboard one looks like, and it comes.
okay,
So I had a box of 50 sent to me because I was a
okay.
volunteer, and it comes flat like this. It's completely flat, so they all like that, and they started doing this. It's just because it's colorful, and it's and everything, and so you put your label. So it shows you put a label here, and this is like the little mascot, the little airplane, and so the shoe boxes you put whatever you like to put in. Some people um, have their own ideas, and I start with basics like so I've showed these before. My husband's two cousins sent these to me last year. Well, they gave them to me. They made 18 of these. I was able to pack. I packed 10 shoe boxes last year. I think I packed 50 the year before that. One year I've packed 225 one year, and
Oh
that was
wow.
because I had a sponsor. My friend from the church I went to, um, he was the treasurer or he of his of the committee or something, and he made the mistake of saying, "Cherie, how many shoe boxes can you pack?" I said, "Dennis, how many do you want me to pack?" He said, "Well, I went to my boss. I said, they said, pack as many shoe boxes as you want and we will pay the shipping." I said, "Are you sure you want to do that?" I've been packing shoe boxes for 25 years.
Oh wow.
I buy my stuff all year round. Um, that's how I can afford to do it. And I have people generously, give me things. And so James's cousin and her daughter made these packets for me, and this
Oh,
is how I
wow.
can do it. So they gave me 9 boys and 9 girls. They were mostly were, they're pretty. You can give it to a boy or a girl. So and let me open it. Okay, I'm going to show. So she made. So what's in here is a pack of crowns, a pencil. I think what's the pencil sharpener. Um, and there's the pencils. They even gave me colored pencils. They put erasers. Whoops, where's the erasers? And these are not cheap. I mean, they're a couple dollars. So I'm going to show you real quick. And she made these little book bags,
Oh,
and
wow.
each of these Ziploc baggies have this little book bag, so they can. So once the Ziploc baggie, you know, so isn't this cute? This one just has
Oh, that's cute.
elephants. That one just has elephants, and she gave me one like a sea theme. Um, this one's got turtles and seahorses over
Oh,
here. And so what I did was, and then like there was another one. This one is like princesses. So I'll probably, put a Disney princess, theme tied into it. But that's like, and I only used 10 of those last year. So I still have, and what I don't use every year, I use the next year, and, I have, and I just when I buy stuff on like I buy him like a quarter a box of
oh,
crayons. There's my crown stash. I just keep I buy stuff on sale when I can buy um you
yeah.
know pen and Valentine's Day, Easter, Christmas. I stack up on my pencils because it doesn't matter what color or theme, and so anyway, so I start with school supplies, and then I start with whatever toy I have, and you can send soccer balls, you can send all kinds of things. You just have to deflate it and put a pump in it, and I do send Barbies once in a while when I can get a good deal, but and or plushies, um, but the main thing is these children. So let me back up. So Samaritan's Purse, Operation Christmas Child, they actually send their volunteers and their workers to countries, and they go out and they go out and find the most uh, I don't want to say deprived, but the most needy areas, um, that don't have running water, don't have they their churches are like you know not buildings, excuse me, different things like that. And once a child gets a shoeboxes, they won't ever get one again because they'll go to a different city, country, or whatever. Um, I have heard, yeah. So in those the children that get these shoeboxes, they learn about Jesus. They hear the gospel, they learn about Jesus, and the day they receive their shoebox, they actually get a chance to be a part of this. I don't want to say Bible study, but it's like it's sort of a Bible study. It's about they learn about Daniel, and they're given pamphlets, and when you if you go to their website, Operation Christmas Child, you can choose to you can pack a shoebox online for $25 or $30. You can pick the items that goes in there,
Okay.
uh, and it you don't even have to do anything, and they send the shoebox to the processing center, and on there they have a couple different things that you can add on, and I can't remember what it's called. It's a discipleship program. That's what it's called. It's a
Okay.
discipleship program, and they once a week the kids go back to that church or that facility, wherever they got their shoebox from, and they learn more because it's really sad. So these kids that get the shoeboxes, about not even 20, about 25%, maybe not even 20, will come back and do the discipleship program.
Mm.
But they get to hear about Jesus, and they can bring it back to their family, to their mom and dad, to their siblings. And that's why I do it. James and I have never had kids, but I always tell my reward when it's my time to go, and God is, He's, He says, I'm done. I'm, and it's your time to go. I'm going to say, okay, where's all my OCC children? I want anybody that's got a shoebox for me. I want to meet you. So that's going to be my reward because I I'm sure I have packed at least 500, if not 1,000 shoeboxes, and
Oh, wow.
I,
Yeah,
I'm
that's right.
that's all. And I don't like to be proud of too many things, but
Mm.
um, God has done done for me. He's given me so much. He's just been there for me, and it's just what they say. You always hope when it's your time to go. You hope you hear, thank you're my good and faithful servant, well done.
Yeah.
That's I always hope to hear that, and that's why I do it. It's no it's not cheap. I mean, to buy these things, and I put hygiene items in there. I buy, but I tell you, working at Walmart is a blessing because I have access to lots of clearance items, and
Oh,
that I go to, anything that I can put in my shoebox, I will try to buy it on clearance. And I buy, anything to do with the hair. I try to put a comb or brush, the girls, any kind of hair ties. And I just, I have all kinds of ideas, and last couple years, last year I started putting nail clippers in, and just different things that I know that people, kids, in other countries may not have access to. And toothbrushes are given. I mean, I always pack toothbrushes, and we can't send toothpaste anymore. But so instead of that, I always try to pack two toothbrushes if I can. Um,
okay.
my precious
Yeah.
friend Stephanie Keel, last year before, 2 years ago, her dentist wife gave her toothbrushes to send to me. She sent me 50 toothbrushes, and
Oh, wow.
so, and I was able, and I packed. I was able to put two toothbrushes in each of my shoe boxes because she did that. So yeah. So and when you have something like that that's on your heart, let your friends know about it. Not everyone may be able to give you money, um, but I have my coworkers know what I do. I've been there almost 5 years, and I have one or two. She said she's my friend Dinah. She said it's getting about that time as you doing your shoe boxes. Oh yeah, and she'll give me $5 here, $10 there, and one or two of my friends, she'll just buy the thing. She said she bought something on sale, and she'll just, can you use these for your shoe boxes? I said absolutely, and so, whatever God puts on their heart, let them help you, And but my neighbor, she gave me money to cover the shipping because that's another big thing. Every shoebox you pack, I have to pay $10 each shoebox. Oh, and that's another thing I forgot to. My husband. My husband's cousin gave me, so they gave me those 18 bags, and her daughter has Down syndrome. Her name is Heather, and Heather and Kathy, they each gave me $50 because packing 10 boxes costs $100 to ship. So Heather took $50 out of her money, and I put it in the envelope, and Kathy gave $50. So not only did they give me stuff for my shoe boxes, they covered my shipping. So last year I didn't have to pay for my shipping my shoe boxes. So that was just
Oh, that's
amazing.
great. Yeah.
That's
Well,
it.
thanks for sharing. Yeah, I wanted to specifically ask about that because I don't know how many people know about that opportunity. And that's something I know you pointed out, like you
And I have
gather the
lots of
thing.
videos on my channel about Operation Christmas
Yeah.
Child. Last whenever I think I made a playlist. If not, I'll make sure. Last year, every time I did a video of my shoe boxes, and sometimes I just did a short or some. If it was a box, that I could do a copyrighted song, I did like a short or something. But I'm sure I've got all kinds of. Just if you'd like to see what all I put in my shoe boxes, ideas or whatever, and yeah.
Yeah, so check out. So yeah, if you're again, if you're not familiar with Cherie, if you don't follow her on her YouTube channel, on Instagram, I have. I know I have your YouTube channel linked here. I've got your YouTube, Cherie's YouTube and Instagram are in the description of the video of the live stream, so you can go connect with her there. So with that, Cherie, I'm gonna go ahead and we'll wrap up this
And maybe
edition.
next time we can talk about pins. No,
Yeah,
that's
pins. I
another
actually brought. I didn't show this on a stream. I want to just show this really quick. I went to.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. I went to the Kennedy Space Center a few weeks back,
Oh,
and I
cool.
got this pin.
Oh, Snoopy.
Little
Oh.
Snoopy. Let me take it out of the plastic.
Oh, hi, Tina.
Hi Tina, and Chuck. So yeah, I
Yes,
got
hi,
this little
Chuck.
pin.
Oh, I love Snoopy.
Little
That's
Snoopy. I'm
amazing.
a big on the Peanuts as well as
Oh, I love
Disney, so
Snoopy.
I just had to
Hi,
get
Nick.
that pin. Hi Nick. Hi Nick, Movie Mania Nick. So I wanted to show that pin on the stream, and yeah, we'll do pin stream. We'll do a one about Christian music. We can do another Christmas Child, Operation Christmas Child stream. But I think, guys, that's going to do it for tonight's chat or this chat. Cherie, thank you so much for coming on, and thanks again for your willingness to reschedule with
Of
my
course.
my stuff going
And
on.
Heather, Demi, I'm gonna try to stay up and watch your. I hope I'll be able to. If not, I'll catch a replay. But thank you everyone in the chat for saying hello, and I love y'all so much.
So yeah, so check out Cherie on her channel and all the great videos that she has on there. On this channel, of course, let me find coming up next
Nine
at
o'clock.
9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to have the Adventure Lees, Heather and
Yay!
Emmy. I will be right back here at the top of the next hour, about 45-ish minutes from now. I'll be
Night,
on.
everybody.
Coming up next week on the Summer of Friends, I'll tease this now. On the 24th, I will have Tina Marie on T Marie's Plays to continue our summer series. If you're into Christmas, Cherie, I'm pretty sure you love
Yeah.
Christmas. It's halfway to Christmas. So this Saturday at 9 p.m., I'm doing a halfway to Christmas edition of Let's Talk Turkey. And I don't usually go on the weekend, but I'm doing it for halfway to Christmas. And Once Upon a Turkey Leg, which is my Thursday night stream, is also going to be Christmas themed this week.
You
So
might want to reword that, Tina. And do you love Christmas? She said, "Into Christmas." What does "into Christmas" means?
Yeah, yeah, I should ask, do you love Christmas? And of course, the answer is a resounding yes. So, guys, thanks again for coming in for tonight's chat. Thanks again to Cherie for coming on.
Oh, you're
It's been so
welcome.
great. And come back in a little bit, guys, to the channel for the Adventure Lees. And if you missed Zippity Doo Dug's chat 2 weeks ago, you can check that out. The Summer of Friends does have a playlist here on the channel, so you can find that easily. And with that, guys, take care and have a gobble-tastic night.
Bye,
Um,
everybody.
Thanks again, guys, for watching. Everyone in the chat, everyone on the replay. Uh, Leave me a comment, say hello, and
Bye,
now
Monarch Miracles. Oh, we missed. Oh,
have a gobble-tastic night. Monarch Miracles, hello.
Charlotte and Matt.
And
Hi.
goodbye. And thanks for popping in, everyone. So take care.